Home. I do not belong here or there. I was spit out by slave ships and swallowed by Atlantic oceans on the way to diverge from my destiny, alone and afraid, with no last name and no concepts of family. But not even oceans wanted me. They spat me out on dry land after declaring that death did not yet have a place for me. It was then that disciples founded me, as if I was an open womb in Massachusetts, bidding mayflowers to dock, nest, lay their eggs where they were meant to be guessed, and then call it Thanksgiving. Thinking I was the promise made to them, that they would be made into fishers of men, and so they kept me, without paying the dowry. And since no one ever came to claim me, eventually I became branded as their property, so that no one else would ever stare their whitewashed name into the tar-like flesh of me. But my name will forever be Kunta. It is not Toby. This land is not my land. I have no generational stories, no traditional dances, no folklore glories, no ancestral wisdom echoing through my cavities, etching constellations on my memory to pinpoint all the places they have been so that I might simultaneously see them too. I am a Bedouin, making my bed in the middle of desert storms and oases, sojourning through truths like progeria travels through youth. I do not own the roof that covers my head. My wisdom tooth never came. I guess the nerves are all dead. At least I can lay the blame of making bad decisions on them, since they can't very well speak for themselves. I've had so many hills to climb, but I am no Lauren. When I was stuck, I asked God for a sign, and he sent me something alluring. He said, "You've been where you've been for a reason. Unpack your bags in each season and grow. Don't waste more time wondering where the time went, because with life, you just never know. What if your gift is to be a homemaker? Instead of complaining about being homeless, learn to make home wherever you go."
Sleep talking. Somewhere someone is traveling furiously toward you. John Ashbery at North Farm. My wife says I jump in my sleep. I have this sneaking suspicion that she thinks I'm not heterosexual because I called his name last night. I called out his name. I called his name Ahmed. Who is he? She deserves to know, but I really don't know him. And anything I may say would sound like some closeted excuse. Somewhere, someone is traveling furiously towards you. I saw a boy being interviewed on CNN. I saw a boy being interviewed on CNN the other day. He told the reporter that all he wanted for his birthday was alive. He told the correspondent that he prefers dark skies because drones only come out with the sun. She told me that I said his name again last night, the fifth night in a row. I've been acting uber masculine lately, towards her, to ward off her suspicions. I didn't smile during the notebook date with her, deepened my tone over morning coffee, rode to Tupac the whole drive home. Poets are haunted with details. Our minds are impregnated daily with a subconsciousness that keeps gesticulating until the baby is bigger than womb or entails explode from trying to keep it all inside. Somewhere, someone is traveling furiously towards you. And I'm just trying to fight off the decision of whether to get a head start in the other direction or brace myself to catch Ahmed with open arms. Hello, everybody. My name is Dorian Rogers, the founder of Rooftop Rhythms, and welcome to Rooftop Rhythms number 86. The first poet you saw was my friend Shanisa. Thank you so much for starting the show. We miss you so much. We love your energy, and thank you for your beautiful poem. I hope you enjoy mine as well. And you're in for a great night tonight. We're so excited to have you. This was initially supposed to be a limited in-person show at the Arts Center at NYU Abu Dhabi's The Marketplace on NYU Abu Dhabi's campus. But for some COVID protocol situations that came up, we decided to flip and do the show online. So first, before we continue, this show would not have happened without the flexibility of the production team and the whole team at the Arts Center at NYU Abu Dhabi. So please show some love wherever you are on YouTube, Facebook, wherever right now. Show them some love for helping us to keep going. And it's just a mindful reminder to us that although things are great in the UAE, that things can still happen. People can still get sick from COVID. So we just want you to be mindful during the holidays with family to still stay protected and think about those around you. All right, that was just an announcement that we needed to get out of the way, but we're ready to vibe with you and have some fun with spoken word and live music. So if you're ready, wherever you are, say yeah. I think I hear you out there. Let's get ready for the first announced poet of the evening. It's her first time performance. So wherever you are, I want you to drum on the table and give her some positive energy. Her name is Melitza. Show her some love. What's up, Melitza?
Hi, everyone. So as you heard, it's my first time, but I just want to say that I'm very excited to share the stage, the virtual stage, with so many talented people. So here we go. I never thought I would play the part of a vulnerable, trembling human being. I'm not innocent, that's for sure, but no one really ever was. When I was born, light came into the world. I was supposed to introduce lightness yet unknown, but somewhere along the way, and many DNAs and even more karmas, something or someone has pushed me to the ground, shoved its heavy trekking shoes on my neck, and didn't allow me to move for centuries. You see, I've been rolling in these depths. I've been kicking and screaming and pleading for a moment of recognition, a moment of quiet understanding and compassion. I give it all, I do my best. But then I tie myself to the radiator and I'm shaking, I'm paralyzed, and all my dreams and hopes, they become a mere rhetoric. There's no world outside a trembling mind, the slimy gray matter. But you see, no one can touch you there, and it comes to the point where I don't feel my own presence in spatial terms. Maps and geopolitics is all I know, but the inner road to freedom is foggy. I've been blind my whole life. As far as I know, I wasn't kept in an incubator as a baby, but I might as well have been. I am just a baby. Nurture me like a baby bird, sing me to sleep. Play with my hair so I remember I have some left, and my head is more than an imaginary, intangible phenomenon. My head stays on my shoulders, which are convulsed up to the point of catatonia. My kingdom, all shaky and flooded, alligators guarding the fortified complex. Has anyone ever really entered the premises? I ask myself each night. And then I fall asleep playing movies on my past transgressions, thinking of all the sturdy ropes and how they made me bleed, in hope that I'd be able to feel something, anything really. All I feel is shame and an ocean of confusion. I've been petrified of water for as long as I can remember. My cousins swimming in the sea, playing with a bowl, cheerful summer afternoon. I'm observing from the shallows and wondering, how does it feel to be one with water, since it's already inside of us and we belong to it as much as it belongs to us. But no one ever pushed me inside. I was left to my own devices as a child. Little did they know that my devices are of the most sinister kind, excavating judgment, relentlessly questioning my own reality. Am I really here? Can you feel me, touch me, smell me, taste me, see me, hear me? Can I get a witness? I'm screaming now. Can you all hear me desire?
Everybody, that was, are you finished? Because I want you to keep going. Are you finished, Melissa?
I am, thank you.
All right, show some love to Melissa, everybody. She just paused like this was about to be part 2. Thank you so much. It is not easy if you're listening out there. Thank you to the people who are joining us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and IG. All right, and Melissa, we know it's not easy to be vulnerable like that. It took me like 15 years to start writing vulnerable work. So can you tell us briefly, where are you from? This is your first time on our stage.
Yeah, I am from Serbia.
Okay.
And it's my first time. I just discovered the event a month ago. If I knew about it earlier on, I would have joined you already, but here I am now.
And how long have you been writing?
I'd say more than 10 years, 10, 15 years. I don't even know anymore.
Well, wherever you are, please show her some love representing Serbia. That's correct?
Yeah.
And that was very powerful, especially as a first-time performer on our stage, and you are officially a part of our family, so you're always welcome back, okay? So thank you for sharing your work.
Thank you so much.
All right, the topic of shame, that would have been perfect for our November 17th show at Louvre Abu Dhabi in partnership, ongoing partnership with the Arts Centre at NYU Abu Dhabi, and official support of the U.S. mission to the UAE. If you missed it, you just missed it. Some of those poets were there. Some of the poets here tonight were there, and we have some new ones as well. Let's go ahead and get to another poet. He's been representing heavy on our virtual event stage. And Leandro, we thought we were finished with the virtual events, and today popped up by surprise, but the blessing of it is that we're able to have you back again. So shouting us out, representing right now from the Philippines, show some love for my friend, Leandro Reyes.
Thank you. The title of the poem is The First Night I Lost My Keys Again. And to sing, we must know what we are singing about. Never mind knowing how to sing. On our table are 2 plastic sporks. You are refusing to use because of its stillness. Who decided to call them sporks? And why do they come in pairs? When you left, I was hoping you'd take at least one of them. I can't keep living like this, knowing that I can only sink halfway into fish. Do not adhere to the fundamentals of scooping. What now will I use to consume soup when I'm sick? This renders the bones of the chicken carcasses in the fridge useless. So in effect, the fridge is now just an expensive reminder that magnets stick because of surface, which renders our kitchen as functional as it should be, but nothing else beyond that. On this marble was everything we spilled and hopped over. If only we could clean and shine things we remember before we remember them. Now, the gloss of the doorknob reminds me of click, click, squeak, squeak, click, click. A squeak more and a click less meant you came home drunk. Now, I sleep, not worrying about how the doormat might be slippery, which renders me, again, sleepless. Thank you.
Everybody, that was Leandro, always adding the deepness to our show. And Leandro, I'm gonna guess that you like cooking or the kitchen, because the last show you were talking about dishes. Now you're talking about cooking. Do you enjoy the kitchen?
I think so. I feel like I'm not a good cook, but I try. I like how.
Are you single by any chance? The women are
I am
asking.
not.
Oh.
I'm
Hey, you
not.
did a breakup poem. Sorry, girlfriend of Leandro. You did a breakup poem, but it wasn't about you. Okay, thank you. I was just going to tell the ladies that Leandro likes cooking, but he is off of the market. Thank you, Leandro, so much. If you're feeling Leandro, please leave a comment in Facebook, YouTube, IG, wherever you're looking. Someone said that they may have a little feedback sound on Facebook. No problem. You can go to YouTube, which is the NYU Arts Center. You can search that in YouTube, or the Arts Center at NYU Abu Dhabi on YouTube. And also, thanks to my friend Anise, we are live on Instagram at Rooftop_Rhythms. So if you're having any feedback problems, please try an alternative channel. And I'm sure the production team will get any feedback fixed on Facebook. It's the internet. What can you do? All right, we're going to keep it rolling. I'm feeling the vibes. I don't know about you, but let's go ahead and get into the slam. Rooftop Rhythms 86 is also a poetry slam tonight. That was just an open mic segment with some talented artists. And now we are about to get into the slam. So I have to read the famous MC spiel. Jaysus Zain, please get ready. Also, technical team, we're about to go to the judges in a couple minutes when I give you that cue. All right, welcome to the second slam of our 10th season at Rooftop Rhythms. Tonight, you will see 4 poets competing to be a slam winner, which includes 500 dirham, 1 week supply of E plus petrol from the Adnock on Old Airport Road, and a 300 dirham voucher for Chips Oman. Okay, please turn your cell phones off if you're a performer so that we don't have any interruptions. In poetry slam, there's no music, there are no costumes or props, and each poet will be performing original work. Poems may be up to 3 minutes long, but our timekeeper has been instructed that after a 10-second grace period, the performer loses points for going over time. Slam competitors, we're actually going to start the time as soon as you start speaking. So if you want to introduce your poem or do any like dramatical movement, that will be the beginning of your poem with our timekeeper. All right. We've chosen judges from our community. And the good thing is, which is fun about slam, the judges need no experience. So let's go ahead and go to the judges and see who they are. Oh, look at this. Look at the production team at the Arts Center. Do you see how, you regular people with Zooms can't do this. All right, look at our lovely judges. All right, we're going to keep them muted because they're a little wordy. They like talking, they're judges, but I'm going to introduce them, all right? And I'll try my best to give them the due respect they deserve with only a limited amount of time. When I call your name, please raise your hand. First, we have Lisa Russell. Lisa Russell, raise your hand. She is a Emmy-winning filmmaker, everybody. You should Google her. She's really cool. And she is currently visiting the UAE. And we're just honored to have her today. And we look forward to hopefully collaborating with her as she seems very knowledgeable about poetry and spoken word. And she's a friend of our community friend, Miss Wahida. So thank you, Lisa, for joining us today. We also have Alexi. Alexi. He is a toy engineer. If you don't know what toy engineers are, think of Tickle Me Elmo. It wouldn't have been cool if it was just Elmo, right? But the Tickle Me element of it is what made it like $1 billion thing. Although he did not make Tickle Me Elmo, he did do Rub Me Buzz Lightyear, okay? That didn't ever become successful, but he's always throwing ideas out there. So please show some love to Alexi. If you need a toy engineer, please message him. All right, we have my friend Moody. Raise your hand, Moody. Moody is actually a mood expert, okay? He sells stones that change colors. If you know about that from the 1990s, if you want a stone that changes colors to fit your mood, I don't know if it's a gimmick, it could be real, I'm not sure, but Moody does things related to helping you with your mood, okay? He is a mood coach, okay? If you don't like the resting face, like if people say you look angry, he can help you to fix that, all right? Everybody, that's Moody Barati. Show Moody some love. All right, we have my friend Sammy. Sammy, raise your hand. Sammy actually has a specific introduction that he wants that didn't really make sense to me, but here it goes. He keeps it professional all the time. He's a fountain of all of the fresh memes. He's an advocate of going plant-based, and you know that fashion is his passion. I think you all can tell. Show some love to Sammy. Okay. We're going to keep, I love these judges. They're having fun today. All right. We also have Ahmed Ali. She is a poet, and I believe she's in Turkey right now. She travels around as a student. She's a big part of the UAE spoken word community, and we're happy to have her today. And I believe I've gone through the 5 judges. We also have our scorekeeper at home. He'll be WhatsApping me. He's my friend Taimur. Okay, and then lastly, you've already seen her as a poet, Shanisa. We don't need to go back to her, but she'll be our timekeeper. She'll be letting me know. Thumbs up if we're good on time. Thumbs down, she'll be telling me the time, okay? So crowd, it's up to you at home. If you're in the chat box, it's okay. If you are feeling the score that the judges give, they're going to give scores from 0.0 to 10.0. For example, they'll give a poet a 9.2, not 9.26, but like to the nearest 10th decimal point. All right. But it's up to the crowd to sway the judges at home. They'll be watching the chat. So if you're feeling them, then go ahead and give them some clap emojis. You can be like, yeah, however that looks typed out. And if you're not feeling them, you can put some boo emojis, some GIFs. I don't know if it's a GIF or a GIF. All right. But we're going to go ahead and give a calibration, or what we call a sacrificial poet, to the judges. This poet is not a part of the competition, but it will help the judges to kind of get a feel for their scores. There'll be 5 scores. We'll remove the lowest score and the highest score. So wherever you are, if you're watching this on your big screen TV, I want you to say, yeah. I want you to say, heck yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for our first poet. He's the voice of Expo 2020. You see him all over. He's a dope hip hop artist, teacher of improvisational theater, and poet, and honorable family member of Rooftop Rhythms. Please show some love to sacrificial poet of the evening, Jaysus Zain.
War. I learned in school that war is what happens when nations disagree. But the textbooks never told me that war is also what happens when parents disagree. And when children throw insults harder than they hit baseballs. And when I cannot force myself out of bed in the morning. Because there is a voice in my head that tells me I might win the battle, but I will not win the war. Is what happens when teachers call on students who don't have the answers. They are left fighting their father once he sees their report card. War is what happens when it rains so hard, blades of grass bend over defeated. War is what happens over telephone wires when a son tells his mother he's gay and her white flag of surrender is the phone going dead. I've seen war burst into beings the moment girls think they're too old to hold hands, and again some years later when they're too young to do more than that, but charge forward regardless. I have seen war across some people's wrists. I've seen it in bones trying to revolt from the flesh. I've seen it in eyes like double whiskey shots that are drunk off of self-hatred. I was taught that war was loud. It was supposed to be bombs and a dictator's speech and the sound of an entire race being crossed off one by one like the days of a calendar. And I can agree that this is war, but war can also be quiet. War can be as quiet as a miscarriage or the therapy sessions afterwards, which is quieter even. It can be as silent as gas leak. They asked me in the 6th grade what war meant to me, and I told them about the Holocaust. I told them about Palestine too. I didn't tell them about the boy across the room, across the road, across the street from me, whose father used his forearms as ashtrays and whose eyes were the American flag, star-spangled. I didn't tell them about women that have their bodies claimed like new worlds, or men who punch walls and wear their bruised knuckles like honor badges for all the tears they haven't cried because they were raised to be soldiers, and soldiers do not cry. I didn't mention any of these things because I was taught that war was big. It was something that happened between countries, and it happened with armies and guns and nuclear weapons. But if they ask me now what war meant to me, I would tell them that war is what happens inside people. And I would show them this poem as my evidence. Thank you.
As the MC, I cannot comment on the slam poetry. I cannot sway the judges. So maybe I'm coughing right now. Okay, that was Jaysus Zain. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go to the judges. Judges, I want you to try your best. You don't have to have the final score, but while the poem is coming, start trying to figure out what realm do you put this in. I know it's hard to judge poetry because we're gonna start moving quickly. After the poet's finished, I'm gonna say, judges, are you ready? You're gonna put your thumbs up. And my friend Taymur at home is going to help me with this. He'll WhatsApp me the scores. We'll also try to post them on Facebook Live. Okay, but if you're competing, you may just want to try to calculate yourself or at least write down the score that I give you. So I'll also try to put it in the Zoom chat for the performers. Judges, let's hold up our scores, okay? We're gonna go from lowest to highest. Please hold your scores and keep them up, all right? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 judges. Okay, let me get Shanisa in, please. Okay, what odds there? Okay. All right, from lowest to highest, please keep them up. We have a 7, we have a 7.2, we have a 7.5, an 8, and a 9.2. Please keep them up. We have a 7, a 7.2, 7.5, 8, and a 9.2. Give me 1 second. We're checking in with my friend Taymur at home, and I'll go ahead and say my tally that I have. You can put the scores down, thank you. I have a 22.7. I'll confirm that with Taymur in a minute, but let's now check. Let me get a thumbs up, Shanisa, if we're good on time. Okay, I'm sorry, Shanisa, we don't need you as a judge. You were a backup judge, Shanisa. So we only have 5 judges, we're good, you're a backup. Thank you, you're just doing your job today. We were good on time, so we're gonna go ahead and go with the first poet in the first round. And thank you so much to Jaysus, that is a 22.7. All right, 22.7. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead. First poet in the first round, please show some love. First time slamming at Rooftop Rhythms. Show some love to Shay.
Refuge. Can we see beyond the physical? Let's have a serious discussion and get spiritual. Can we be our most authentic self, so gripping vulnerability? I want our inner children to feel like they're home. No judgment, only pure, wholehearted wonder and excitement. Courageous wanderers going through it, trying to find a place we belong. Can that be the sanctity? You and me, not me before you, but you before me, as I can only meet and know you at the depth of which you know yourself. Self-discovery, I can only pray you put in the work. See, what I need is not for the faint-hearted. You're in the presence of a goddess, and the love I have within is beyond depths perceived, and I want to explore all of it entirely, you and me, though tread carefully, for my heart is fragile. Let's see each other at all levels, grow in love with what we find, but let's not rush this. I'm not trying to fall in love. This isn't disruptive or destructive. Let's keep it old school, play nobody for a fool. I want to give over all of me with reciprocity at a level none of us has ever known before collectively. Let's hold nothing back. Let's make our world right within and change the world around us. Love letters, special songs, walks on the beach, dancing, adrenaline junkies. The list is infinite. I want to be intoxicated of you and you of me, but give me space to breathe. Let's give me this number from both. Can we be genuine and pure with it, to love each other in every phase and work out flaws, pushing each other to be greater, not for selfish gain, but out of genuine love that's selfless. Transparency, integrity, and loyalty are rare in a world thriving of lust. Can we keep this just between us and let wild imaginations come to life? Can we bear our souls accepting wholeheartedly a love so rare that people would believe it's heavenly, co-creating, flowing in our divinity? No codependency, only pure intimacy. Into me, I see reflections of you and me and of all this could be. The world did me wrong in the worst ways, and I'm sure you too. Can we take refuge in each other? Thank you.
Everybody, that was Shay. Show her some love. Great, that's your first time. Okay, I can't say anything to sway the judges, sorry, but good job on your first time performing. Everybody, let's go to the judges. Thank you, Shay. All right, judges, you should go ahead and have your scores kind of mentally ready in your head. Here we go. Let's hold them up on 3. 1, 2, 3. From lowest to highest, we have a 6.5, How do you all feel about that? We have a 7.1. I'm not sure if you have something else there, but Moody, that'll just be to the nearest 10th place, if you don't mind. We also have a 7.0, so that's a 6.5, 7.0, 7.1, 7.5, and 7.8. We'll drop the 6.5, we'll drop the 7.8, and we have a remaining score of 21.6. That's the preliminary score. I'll be waiting for confirmation from my friend Timur. And let's check with Shanisa. Shanisa, how are we on time? We were good on time. Everybody, that was Shay. Just a quick announcement. A second ago, you saw Jaysus Zain. All right. So I just wanted to announce that there'll be a lot of talent happening at Expo. And if you didn't know, the Arts Center at NYU Abu Dhabi's Barzak Festival has contributed programming to this weekend's lineup at Expo as part of Tribal Beats at Expo 2020, as well as separately throughout Expo. Information may be a little hard to find, so we wanted to make sure that you heard it here from your family about all the cool things going on. So Thursday, December 16th, which is tomorrow, between 5 p.m. and 1 a.m. on the Jubilee stage, you have Jaysus Zain as the MC. We also have Satwa 3000 as the DJ. At 7 p.m., we have Bashiga 70, which is a Brazilian Afrobeat and jazz artist. And just before 11 p.m., we have Red Barat, which is Bhangra Funk from Brooklyn, followed by Amar 808, Tunisian electronic beats with Carnatic and Maghreb influences. In the middle of the evening, also Emirati star Abdullah Bilkhair will also perform. And then we're almost finished with the announcements, but there's so much cool stuff happening. On Friday, December 17th at 7 p.m. on the Jubilee stage, you have Grammy Award winning Snarky Puppy, which is a global prog jazz and soul artist. And Saturday, December 18th at the Dubai Millennium Amphitheater between 7 and 11, you have Satwa 3000 again, Majaz, which is a progressive, film fusion from Bahrain, Tufan Darinja, Kurdish wedding music on electric baklama from Turkey, and Sahra Hagam, Somali psych rock. It's all included with your Expo passes. And please snap your finger for my announcing. I feel like I almost got a 100% accuracy with the pronunciations. Probably not, because I'm a country boy from Georgia, but that's all right. We're gonna keep it going. Only 2 more poets in the first round. Then we'll do a couple more open mic performers, and we'll get right back into the second round of the slam. If you're hearing any technical issues on Facebook, please join us at Rooftop_Rhythms on IG. All right, and we apologize for any technical difficulties. Let's go ahead and go to the third poet in the first round. He goes by the name of Salam Atas. Show him some love. Salam Atas. If you don't switch to Salam, I'm gonna start telling some corny jokes. All right, one more time. Salam Atas. Okay, I apologize. They didn't go to Salam Atas because I went to the wrong poet. It was Anise. I apologize. Everybody show some love to Anise. No need for corny jokes. Show some love to Anise.
This is a romantic story. I sat in a coffee shop, face twisted. Something was off about the black liquid. I suppose the beans were roasted 20 grades past their Ethiopian heritage. Imagine coffee being brewed for a combustion engine, tripping a bitter taste so bad you can't decide whether it's alkaline or acid. And the barista must have been an undercover cop, because I was choking on gunpowder fluid. And the receipt might as well have been a fine, or maybe the owner just needs a little help with the rent. I don't know. But the poem doesn't really start until she arrives to sit in front of me. And she notices the harsh sun shafts beaming through the windows, and I'm squinting like a glorified guinea pig to some cosmic kid's magnifying glass, and she says, "Hey, you want to switch tables?" Uh-huh. Edited preface. Really, this is a romantic story. We sit together, laugh, gossip, and grieve in all the ways an 8-year-old friendship ought to guarantee. The second round of coffee, now a tolerable formality. The conversation takes a pivotal turn to a part of her life that meant who she is, and I listen, because it is all one can do as a courtesy to what you fundamentally disagree with. Are you religious, she asks. What does that even mean? Are you a Muslim? Bingo. Last edit preface. This is a romantic poem, but between dialogue, not people. In a world ruled by commercial justice, where the right involves having the last word in the room, most of the time involving the bigger gun, where people read you in the same ways keywords define your rank in a Google search engine, cherry-picking your utterances according to the 6 ways how to call out a bigot, or look for these signs to notice a fundamentalist, or, as they like to say in America, these people are taking over my country. We talked. Our words would have torn Twitter at its tribunal apart as both sides would race to tweet the threads for the noose of the last opinion standing. If only the trending outrage would quiet down enough for them to see that the last thing standing was us, dignified in our convictions rather than convicted. How, though painful it can be, disagreements can make us into kinder people. When did we ever begin to think that the first sign of a discomforting idea translated into abuse? When did standing for what is right translated into bullying the opposition into a career annihilation? And I have to break my poetic vibe for a moment to ask, what the heck does progressive even mean? Ever seen a cancerous tumor progress to take a life of a loved one? Because we got one threatening to take our right to even understand each other. There's a eulogy out there ready to lament over the death of talking. But I wrote this dedication to those who actually listen. You angels still exist. And I thank you for listening.
Another cough moment from Dorian. That was Anise, our second poet in the first round. I'm so sorry for skipping your greatness. All right, let's go ahead and go to the judges. All right, judges, how you feeling? You're good? You're good? You're feeling good? After we finish Amada, the fourth poet, you can, get some water or something. We'll have a few poets performing on the open mic. So thank you for hanging in with us. And they can leave kind of like their Cash App info if anybody wants to show them some Cash App love. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the judges. Hold your scores up, please. 1, 2, 3, put them up, put them up, put them up. They are not easy on the judging tip tonight. All right, from lowest to highest, we have a 6.5, a 6.8, an 8, an 8.7, and I need to know, what does this fork/10 mean? Could you write that again, please, in human terms? 9, and that's a 9. All right, 6.5, 6.8, 8, 8.7, and a 9. We dropped the 6.5 and the 8.7, which leaves us I believe a preliminary score of 23.5 for Anise in the first round. We'll check that with our scorekeeper. Let's now check with Shanisa. Thumbs up if the time was good. Uh-oh, what? Ooh, all right. All right, so you can unmute Shanisa. We need to know, what is the time? You're muted. All right, Shanisa, can we go back to Shanisa very quickly, please? We need to go back to judges. Shanisa, can we unmute you? What was the time?
He was 30 seconds over.
Do you have the
3
exact
minutes and 40 seconds.
3 minutes and 40 seconds?
3 minutes and 40.
All right, that's a 0.5 penalty for each 10 seconds over. So that will be a 1.5 time penalty. So that'll be an adjusted score of 23.5 minus 1.5 is unfortunately a 22 for Anise. The point is not the point. The point is the poetry. So thank you, Anise. And let's go ahead and get ready for the third poet in the first round. He goes by the name of Salam Matas. Please show him some love.
The devil does not ask you to dance, but she will dance around you without pressure, but maybe a little play with pleasure. She'll make you feel like you're birds of the same feather and that you fly together no matter the weather. When I met her, I was young and foolish. She was cute and prudish, but she had plans for me, and I think I knew this. I saw darkness in her beauty, but I could never prove it. But I played dumb. Maybe I wanted to be clueless. I used to pray, but now I barely do it because time with you is precious and I don't want to lose it. Lose you, lose me, we're strong, right? Second guessing like the price is right. She chained me and then she changed. And then she changed me. And then she left. And I almost blame myself for that theft. I couldn't handle the pain in my chest, so I removed what was left, hoping that would hurt less, so I became less. Finding who you are is difficult without a map. Like I lost myself, I wasn't difficult to track. He was there where I left him in the back, a mountain of me piled in a stack. And I climbed and I fell because I lost sight of that. I found myself quietly and I didn't want to show it. From the person I was to the unlucky poet. I pray now, though I should still do it more. I'm working on my way to even the score. The big game changer was my mother. She made me realize that I could recover. And from that, all my mistakes, I could still make another. And that I had more to offer when I'm grounded. That's why I love her. She reminded me that I overcame a stutter. And now I get loud. I never mutter. The devil can make you feel alone. Like I wasn't big brother. Like I ain't smooth as butter. I saw her again. It had been a while since she made me feel stupid. She was with a boy. He was young and foolish, and she played the part of cute and prudish. The devil does not ask you to dance, but she will dance around you, surround you without pressure, but maybe a little play with pleasure. She'll make you feel like you're birds of the same feather and that you fly together no matter the weather, and you fly together. See, that's what I was sold. And that's what I was told, a tall tale, forgetting that my soul has never been for sale. Thank you.
Everybody, that was Salam Matas. Please show him some love wherever you are in the world right now. Salam Matas. Let's go to the judges. Judges, let's hold them up on thalatha. That's 3 in Arabic, even though I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Here we go. What? Ithnin. Thalatha. Thank you, Amara, for the love. All right, from lowest to highest, we have a 7.5. All right, a 7.9, a 9.0, a 9.2, and a 9.5. We're going to take away the 7.5, which is the lowest score, and the 9.5. We'll keep the 3 middle scores. And get ready, Shanisa. We're going to try to get the time from you. If it's over, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Give me 1 second. That should be a first round score for Salam of a 26.1. Shanisa, thumbs up or thumbs down? How was time? We're good on time, everybody. That's first round score of 26.1 for Salam. Everybody, we are now to the last poet in the first round. Please show some love to Amara Safa.
Right. As a poet, I draw down my memories into words carefully engraved and placed into the palms of my being with fleeting pain. I write in vain. I paint my fears into pretty pictures rooted in deep poems. They say I have matured, for I have endured more in such an early age. I'm almost 19, but I've seen far worse than one would at 90. So yes, you can go ahead and compliment me on my traumas, yet you do not understand what I paint and portray is far more beautiful than what goes on in my head. Running wildly these pages filled with blood, not ink, I wonder how did I not sing, watching all my time lose in a blink. But I post it. I take my worst memories and dress it up in the most exotic shades and hues to cover up my blues, and I display it out to the world and see it not being sold. I wonder, was it not bold? The number of likes and shares shuts me down. I start to judge my work by my audience's time and effort. I forget the late nights and breakdowns, for the art was seen by all, but appreciated by none. I wonder, is that all there is to be won? If this is a war between my work and I, what would one lose to leave behind? I can't decide if I should stay true to my words or work. How could I, when I have embraced them both? So let me live without being told. Rather than checking out the boxes, today I shall break them. For neither me nor my work is answerable to the norms set. This is not a threat, just a reminder to the world that forgets.
Thank you, Amara. That was Amara Safa, everybody. Let's go to the judges. All right, judges, after this poet, we're gonna just go to some open mic performers for 2 or 3, and then we'll come right back to you for the second round. So thank you so much for hanging around with us. And let's go ahead and go to the scores for Amara Safa. All right, hold them up on 3. 1, 2, 3, put them up. From lowest to highest, we have a 5. We have a 6.5. We have a 7.0, an 8, and an 8.5. We'll take away the 5. We'll take away the 8.5. We'll keep the 3 middle scores, and that will be a 21.5, barring any time penalties. And that's okay. Don't be discouraged, Amara. The point is not the point. The point is the poetry, and we'll still see you in the second round. All poets will go twice, so you still have some time to make up any losses in the second round. All right, how are we on time, Shanice? We're good on time, all right. Let's go ahead and give you a little palate cleanser. We're gonna go back to the open mic, and we have Daniel representing NYU Abu Dhabi. He's a student there, and he wants to perform an original song for you. Show some love to the college students representing NYU Abu Dhabi. Let's go, Daniel.
Hey guys, so this song, I titled it Lovebirds. Oh boy, it looks like my guitar's a bit glitchy, but whatever. I titled it Lovebirds, and this one goes to any couples listening to this tonight or anybody that's in love. Flying together through the forest, nesting far from the towers, building out of branches, leaves and flowers, filled with love, those lovebirds. On a tree they sit together. Nothing pays till by summer. Making jokes and singing songs all day, go on a long day. Oh, I wonder those lovebirds. Winter's dawns and autumn's over. Oh, the lovebirds getting older. While we face oh, winter's cold shoulder. Lovebirds in the storm together, the two of them, in the cold weather, their love, oh, enough to keep them on forever. Springs are red for my lovebirds, flying together through the forest,
Okay, Daniel, was it about spring and summer, Daniel? Or was that like a metaphor? Was that like a metaphor?
Well, I want to write about time passing, and I thought what better was in the seasons though. I butchered one part. I said winter's gone. It was supposed to be summer's gone, autumn's over. And now we face winter school children.
Well, that was beautiful. And you're a first year student, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, you're super talented. I know it's not easy to play and sing, and you're doing a good job, especially I enjoy your songwriting. So everybody keep him encouraged. He's probably only 18 years old, writing and singing, and we hope that you join us again. Where are you originally from, if you don't mind me asking?
I am from Mexico,
Is that, which city there?
I'm from Tijuana. I think my parents are waking up early today just to watch me perform.
All right, well, say your full name, just in case I mispronounce it, because we want to shout out your family right now.
All right, my full name is Daniel Basurto Fojaco.
Thank you, Mr. Fajardo, for coming. And Mr. and Mrs. Fajardo, thank you so much joining us from Tijuana, Mexico. Thank you so much. And thank you for allowing your son to come to the UAE. And we appreciate his talents. Thank you so much, Daniel. We hope you join us again, all right? Next on the open mic, before we get right back into the slam, is our friend Benedict. He is a hip hop artist and poet living in Abu Dhabi now. And he's a big part of the UAE poetry community as well. He joined us at the WCCE for a freestyle poetry activity with Jaysus Zain and Nabiha. And we're glad to have him here for the first time at Rooftop Rhythms. Please show some love to my boy, Benedict.
Yeah, how are you all doing? Congratulations, Daniel. That was amazing. That was really, really good. All right, I started off a spoken word, but today we're going to do a little bit of a spoken thing. All right, let's go. Yo. Visual product since a kid, had a camera. Kept taking shots, but still didn't find no answers. Now the bar seems higher than it's ever been. But I'm still smoking, still staying evergreen, still supporting Greenpeace. Angels come to meet me. Patiently I wait for the days been foreseen, where the pathways are lit and the grass will be green like. All we need is decency, all we believe is what we see. For the need we gave it grief, all in one we find release. So give us only love, hide nothing underneath. So may we bask in blessings, Lord, may there be peace. Apparently I'm not built for their successes under palm trees. I'm feeling less and less feeling artsy. Only great skill when forced oppressed under your wing. I can't breathe like I'm a breath. I don't know where's home. Try every day, but I can't say no. Still feel the pain, but I won't let go, let go. All that glitters is made of gold. Still traveling fast, no coming last place and feeding snakes in the grass. It then seemed a steady breathing really paced the heart. Fake days over, no change to the buzz. Forsaking the art, gotta saving the friends as I'm scraping that pen, brother. I'm doing my part. Things come around again like baby B in my yard. Rolling in laughter and writing postcards about how we late to the part, but self-made from the start. Maybe it ain't smart, but shooting straight for the stars, and this is straight from the heart. Yeah, this is straight from the heart. Apparently I'm not built for their successes under palm trees. I'm feeling pain, less and less feeling artsy. Only great skill when forced oppressed under your wing. Can't breathe like I'm a I don't know where's home. Try every day, but I can't say no. Still feel the pain, but I won't let go, let go. All that glitters is made of gold. And if you don't know where you're going, despite everywhere you've been, down the creek still rowing, flowing comfy ever since. So don't worry about a thing. Just don't worry about a thing. This is my friend Zyla. She lives in Abu Dhabi as well. Not enough for you. So what am I doing this? Don't care about what's your best day. All that glitters is made of gold. I don't know where's home. Try every day, but we can't say no. Still feel the pain, but I won't let go, let go. All that glitters is made of gold. Thank you very much, NYU, for giving me this opportunity to perform. It's such a shame that we have to do it online, but everyone's done an amazing job. Can't wait to see the rest of the performance. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dorian.
Hey, you gotta let go. It's all right. Sometimes you gotta let go. Hey, where was the singer that was singing with you? Is she hiding behind the couch? Where is she?
Nah, she came and recorded this a couple of days ago, but I wish she could have been here. But yeah, she's a 15-year-old here called Zyla. She's amazing. I don't know if you guys have probably heard of her.
Shouts out to Zyla. I thought she was shy or something off camera. Okay, I got you. All right, Benedict, very talented, everybody. Yes, those are the real color of his eyes. All right, we were all mesmerized at WCCE. That was Benedict. Everybody, show him some love and make sure you follow all the artists on social media. We'll make sure to put that in the various social media chats. But for right now, we're going to get back to the second round of our slam. We're going in reverse order, okay? So the same artists you saw in the first round, we're going to reverse order. Then before the evening ends, we'll have a few more open mic participants, and that'll be Rooftop Rhythms 86, all right? So if you're feeling good, show us some love. We have switched over to Instagram, Rooftop_Rhythms. Please check us out. Let your friends know we're online. Thanks to my friend, Ahmed Ali. All right, let's go ahead. Second round of the slam. Let's just go to judges, make sure everybody's back. Wait, I'm looking. I can see their screen. They're ready to go. Let's go ahead and go to the first poet in the second round. Her name is Amara Safa. Show her some love, everybody.
The apology I never got. My story starts slow. I saw the darkness, the wrong twisted into right, deep into the night. I heard the noise and the void, but what struck around was the sound of my soul crushing beneath the pressure you put on me. Your voice wrapped around my head, sewed like a wedding dress now. My pen bleeds the pain as my head spins in circles, round and round, while spiraling down. This world has taught me to survive in drought, not knowing which way to turn, tell, or run. She was left stranded and blinded by words. It'll be okay, yet no one knows how or when she's on her bed. How should she forget in sleep when the darkness brings back all the memories? Again and again and again, she watches the days turn into months and months into years, waiting for the day when everything will be okay, yet knowing deep down somewhere that she can't forget. She can neither forget the story nor the wounds, for he never admitted stealing her hope and pulling the rope. I was breaking down in pain and you showed no shame. You put your hands and clung onto my chest to rip apart all that's left. You ripped her soul and drowned us whole. The ink spilling, the truth is drying. For words I still cannot find. I say them quite often now. If you push me, I apologize. If you hurt me, I apologize. If you choke me, I apologize. I never got to hear it from you. You never said you were sorry for hurting, pinching, choking me. You never said you were sorry for groping me. You never said you were sorry for touching me. Oh, how I wish I had deeper skin to keep you out. I wish I had multiple layers on my chest, her body, when you toss it aside like we are nobody.
And that was Amara Safa. Again, I can't speak on the poets. All right, let's go to the judges. Wherever you are on Instagram, wherever you're watching, show her some love, everybody. Amara Safa. It's our first season with us. All right, judges, put them up. On trois. Un, deux, trois. From lowest to highest, we have Moody is so technical, having the score on his phone. I like that. From lowest to highest, we have a 6. We have a 6.5. I wish we were in person because I think the boos would be coming for some of these scores tonight. We would be trying to figure out your driver's, the tag on your car, the make and model of your car, okay? And a 7.9. We have a 6, a 6.5, a 7, a 7, and a 7.9. Applaud the poet, speaking from her heart, Amara Safa. All right, we dropped the 6, we dropped the 7.9, and we are left with a 20.5. That's a preliminary score that I will try to confirm with my friend helping with the scorekeeping off of the stream. All right, and let's check with our friend Shanisa on time. We're good on time, so let's go ahead and move to the next poet, the second poet in the second round. He goes by the name of Salam Atah. Show him some love.
I have to decide that who I am is up to me, that it's nobody else's responsibility. So finally taking accountability about how looking in the mirror makes it hard to have a conversation truthfully. I can no longer blame the youth in me. I want kids, and I can't help them grow out of something unless it's something I used to be. I'm a mess. My foundations are a wreck. It's like 5 crazy people you have to try to keep in check, like chaotic feelings trying to jump off the deck, avoiding bullets that pass a little too close to the neck, but I don't sweat because I'm not alone. And I don't mean the blue light that blasts my eyes from my phone. I don't mean the blue light that blasts my eyes from my phone or every distraction that helps me pretend that my heart is made of stone. I am talking about the man in the mirror that exposed the lies I've been told. My subconscious is a liar and he feeds my ego. He tells me just trust that I'm right and I decide where we go. I make the rules and you follow and ignore every inch of you that feels hollow because my grand delusions don't include your confusion. You keep that doubt to yourself and I will keep us moving, but I don't like our direction or the things we're pursuing. You haven't led me to anything but destruction by my own doing, so who are you fooling? You have no intention of avoiding this collision. Just ignore the criticism and derision. I've got a good man inside me, and you don't know what's in him, but I do. And as hard as you try to kill him, you cannot kill my soul, even when my soul is not in rhythm. But you're too proud to listen, so I'll take it from here. I'll take the wheel. See, it's been too long since I've driven. See, who I am will always be my decision. And that conversation is terrifying. Not like a devil who's death-defying, just a white that says I'm exercising my right to choose my path with decisions that are identifying. So what will I choose? Now that I know it's my choice. What can I prove now that I found my voice? It doesn't. It doesn't matter. As long as I don't put my past under revision and keep in mind that who I am will always be my decision. Thank you.
Applaud the poet, everybody. Salam Atah. All right, let's go ahead and check our illustrious judges. I don't even know if that's the right word, but I think illustrious goes there. All right, I'm gonna start saying the names of these judges because, just in case you wanna identify them and send them any hate language, we're not for hate, but any constructive critique on their scoring tonight. All right, here we go. They don't care, look at Lisa. Emmy-winning filmmaker, like, bring it. I know what I'm talking about. All right, Sammy is over there like, yo, I'm fashionable. Moody doesn't care. All right, here we go. Judges on 3. 1, 2, 3. Put them up, up. All right. Now we're getting messages from judges. This is a new thing. All right, here we go. This is for Salam from lowest to highest. We have a 7.5. I believe that is, who is that? That is Sammy. It's his opinion. Okay, so he is not, doesn't care about what you think. Moody is in some other land. He's saying 7.7, go green. Okay, so he doesn't care about your criticism. We have an 8. Who is that? Well, she's covering her face. She's afraid of the hate. We have an 8.8 from Lisa. And Alexi is showing his eyes because he's proud of his score with a 9.5. One more time, that's a 7.5, 7.7, 8.8, 9.5. We're going to take away the 7.5. You can put your scores down, thank you. We'll take away the 9.5. We have a 7.7, an 8, and an 8.8, which gives us a... Hold on 1 second. That's a 24.5 preliminary score for Salam Atah. I'm going to check with my official scorekeeper, but I have an initial score of 24.5, barring any time penalty. Shanisa, how are we on time? We were good on time. She's got a little delay over there. She's like, all right, I'll take a slow thumbs up. All right, here we go. We have the third poet in the second round. Please show some love to Anis.
I look at paper, and its audacity to listen haunts me, like all the love confessions that were never dared, a parasite plucking words as if it understood the madness behind them, how it lies flat on the table with divine openness, even as our thoughts are wasted on glowing bricks posing as typewriters or cameras for photographs we pretend we'll cherish. I look at paper and imagine the contemplating moment we made social cannibalism a rite of passage, turned cynical echo chambers into houses of worship, rabbit holes made of voices eager to shut each other out. I look at paper and see a dining table seated with old imaginary friends, and they stare at me wondering if I had forgotten the dreams I once shared with them, or had seen enough beyond my childhood to wonder if they were worth remembering at all. I look at paper and see the closed curtains of the plays my father wanted to write, the vast looming shadow where seating aisles should have been, and I write like a seafarer fishing for the hopes of the drowned, riding the white horizon, searching for the quiet where it all ends, the last line an ode to the day I began dreaming. I flip the moleskin over and see a toddler throw a stone into an empty fountain. Somehow its clap against the azure marble felt heavy with protest, as if he knew something the adults did not. Perhaps the water drowned while no one was looking. Nearby, the barista at the coffee shop dons a mask, her face finally resembling the frustration tucked behind the veil of the smile everyone used to see her wearing. Nothing could be more condescending than her Caribbean heritage watered down into a shot glass in exchange for $2. Somehow, commerce has a way of expressing colonialism that is soft-spoken yet louder than a tank. Across the ocean, an activist puts together a post praying that the machine gods deem it viral enough for outrage culture. They would rattle self-esteem cages so loud that the noise makes him forget the impending collapse of his house. Pretending to be a revolutionary can be a form of denial that can feel so redeeming until the lights go out, until the misery of standing alone kills you before whatever martyrdom you were praying for, until you realize there are no eulogies for the irrelevant. I look at social media and see it as the canvas that'll drive us mad.
That was Anise, everybody. That's my almost cough. That was Anise. Show him some love, everybody. That's the third poet in the second round. And I'm just feeling good. It's the end of the year. And it's just good vibes from poets, just spitting their hearts out. We're getting good feedback on Instagram. Thanks for the love over there. We're going to shout some of you all out in a minute. Let's go ahead and go to the judges. Our judges are real fun. They don't care what people think about them. We got an Emmy-winning filmmaker. I mean, all right, let's go. Judges on 3. 1, 2, 3, put them up. All right. Scores seem to be heating up a little bit. From lowest to highest, we have a 7.0. We have an 8.2. I'm sorry, we have a 7.0. We have an 8.0 from what? We have an 8.2 from Lisa. We have our messenger judges over here, a 9.0. Paper, trees are dying from Sammy, and 9.4 from Moody. Save the world yet again. All right, so 7.0, we're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop the 9.4, and that gives us a preliminary score. When I say preliminary, we're just confirming with our official scorekeeper, but I got quick maths, that's a 25.2. Thank you to the Albany, Georgia educational system for teaching me quick math. I was never good at algebra or trigonometry, but quick math, I could beat anybody. All right, that's a 25.2 for Anise, but the point is not the point. The point is the poetry. Let's show some love to the last. Come on, guys. This is the last poet in the final and second round. All right, only 2 more open mic participants, and then 2021 is yours. All right, so let's go ahead and show some big love to the last poet in the second round. Show some love to Shay.
Melanated goddesses, traces of my ancestors' lying physical features, hair that somewhat defies gravity, a natural silhouette thousands risk their lives with through surgery, freckles on fair skin in many hues, boasting duality, African principles molded my core personality. Ancestors, they're alive through me within my DNA. I am them and they are me, but those aren't my pronouns, for I am her, she. Her she kisses, for African women are a treat, front and center of creation, never did we take the back seat. The foundations we lay are concrete. We are elite. Nobody could ever defeat us. Melanated goddesses, we forever been and forever will be the center of creation. They tried to hide our history, assuming that was their victory, but stories of old passed on generationally of how we, African women, guided, ruled, and protected our nations. Queen Nandi, Queen Moremi, Nefertiti, Makeda, Makandeka, Ya Asantewa, Amina, the Queen of Zaria, Nigeria. The list is infinite. Evidently, they fear us. But they did not anticipate melanated queens of the 21st century. We're done serving time in their socio-penitentiary. We're done with their appropriation and them setting the standard for us who are quite frankly the standard. My point is this, and my point is simple. The next time you encounter an African goddess, be so sure to step to her appropriate and put respect on her name. Thank you.
That was Shay, everybody, representing South Africa. Show her some love. All right, let's go to our judges. I'm kind of sad. These are some of my favorite judges ever. You all have to let me know. You promise to come back when we have an in-person slam. Okay, I'm going to offer you all up as judges again. The poets may decline you. I don't know. You're fun. I've never had poets who, judges who leave messages. Moody's been a judge before, but he's never been this nice. He's never left heart handshakes to me and blowing kisses. I mean, thank you so much, Moody. All right, judges, let's go. And before we end the night, Rawad and Muhammad Ali, please get ready. All right, judges, let's go ahead and get ready for the scores for Shay. Hold them up on 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hold them up. Okay, from lowest to highest. Well, you better cover that face with a 6.5. We have an amazing 7.0. We have a 7.8 from Lisa. We have an 8. And we have an 8.1. I can't read the message. I don't know what it is. We're going to take away the 6.5 and the 8.1, and we are left with the 7, 7.8, and an 8, which leaves us a 22.8. Is that quick math, everybody? I have to say so. That's a preliminary score of a 22.8 from Shay. All right. Just give us a minute if you want to know the winner. Just wait until the last 2 poets. Judges, you're good to go. I mean, just wait 1 second, Sammy. All right. Yeah, when it switches back to me. Okay, judges, you can leave if you like, or we would love for you to sit and enjoy the last 10 minutes of the show. But please show some love to the judges. Thank you one more time to all of the judges. And we're going to give you the final placements of the competitors after the last 2 poets, because we want you to stick around for their talent as well. All right. That was the end of the slam. Thank you so much to Amara, Salam, Anise, and Shay. Let's go ahead to my friend now, the talented Mr. Rawad. Everybody show him some love.
There you are. Now I've been waiting for you. Not that I have an opportunity cost. I'd rather do somewhere else or be something else. I have no control over who I am and how my branches grow. I eat light and heat and neglect, the kind of neglect we give to the strong. I find you interesting, and from that I am suffering, forgetting my present shade and sound grenade. Oh, you're going already, tying your left shoestring, lost already. It's coming to an end, and I'm watching your departure in time slowed by a dying star. The flakes of her destruction dancing around an eternal ache, and wow, you're moving fast. That seconds for you is hours for me. So when I said I was waiting for you, I was waiting for something to turn the hour a little faster. I don't need the gift of so much life. Spending it is a killer. My voice can't break through it, and the heat is only a slap that's forgotten where it's been before. So it comes back. I swear my heart feels so happy, she said out loud and to her phone. Good homemade food, rocks by the sea, sunset by darkness. Home seeds travel with her, and I suspect in her pocket. I looked into her eyes and wanted to kiss them, but I'm a tree, brown from scratches and carved by armies of ants or awkward moments in the rain and hair loss without permission. a loss for words, so I make more leaves that at best shake like cheap stadium toys that disappear into the dry breath of the crowd of voices with faces. Almost none of them are trees, only some of them are plants, most of them are earth, the ones holding me down. And I'd like to express my thanks to Rooftop Rhythms community, NYU Abu Dhabi Arts Centre, to you, Dorian, Bill, and the entire production team. Thank you so much.
Rawah has such a big heart and a really impressive poet. I'm really liking the new language that you're putting together. So I haven't heard you perform in a while, but thank you so much, Rawah, and I hope to hear from you soon again, all right? Thank you so much. And let's get ready for the last poet of the evening. We often put him at the end because he has such a big heart as well. Such a talented young man representing Somalia. Please show some love to my friend, Ahmed Ali.
Hi guys, my name is Mahmoud Ali. I'm performing a poem. It's really important and significant to me because it's like a guidance, a words that my father, rest in peace, told me before he died. The poem called What Life Should Be. To learn while still a child what this life is meant to be. To know it goes beyond myself. It's so much more than me. To overcome the tragedies, to survive the hardest times, to face those moments filled with pain, and still manage to be kind, to fight for those who cannot themselves, to always share my light with those who wander in the dark, to love with all my mind, to still stand up with courage, thought standing on my own, to still get up and face each day, even when I feel alone, to try to understand the ones that no one cares to know, and make them feel some value when the world has let them go, to be anchor, strong and true, that person loyal to the end, to my family, to my friends, to live a life of decency, to share my heart and soul, to always say I'm sorry when I have harmed both friend and foe, to proud of who I have tried to be, and this life I chose to live, to make the most of every day by giving all I have to give. To me, that's what this life should be. To me, that's what it's for. To take what God has given me and make it so much more, to live a life that matters, to be someone of great worth, to love and be loved in return, and make my work on earth. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for Mr. Dorian, Mr. Bill, and all the NYU and Ed. And thank you to all. Thank you so much to the audience also. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahmoud Ali. We appreciate it. And that's the end of Rooftop Rhythms 86. But before we leave, let me go ahead and announce the placements of the competitors. Show some love, get some snaps going. Everybody in fourth place with a 42.0, smaller on points today, but not in spirit and talent. Please show some love to the young Amara Safa. She'll be back. She has a great spirit and energy. So thank you so much for participating tonight, Amara, with a 42.0. Please mute your microphone if you're on the chat. We hear your loud snaps. Thank you for that. All right. And in third place with a 44.4 is, that would be Shay. Show Shay some love. It's our first slam. Thank you, Shay, representing South Africa. And second place with a 47.2, it's Anis. Again, he's knocking on first place door and has been for many years. And we can't wait to see when you'll bring one home, Anis. So thank you for your perseverance and talent. And in first place, winning yet another preliminary slam and qualifying for another Grand Slam championship is Salam Atas with the 50.6. He's the winner of 500 dirham tonight. Usually the first and second place people will qualify for our Grand Slam finale, sometimes the third place, all right? So please keep participating. I think we have one more qualifying slam before the Grand Slam finale in May. Thank you so much for attending the virtual version of Rooftop Rhythms 86. Shouts out one more time to our co-partner of the event, the Arts Center at NYU Abu Dhabi. You can follow them at nyuad-artscenter.org. And also thank you to the official support of the U.S. Mission to the UAE and all of the Arts Center supporting sponsors. And I'm sure the Executive Artistic Director, Bill Bragan, will show them some love as we bring him up next. Thank you so much. And we'll take it to you now, Bill Bragan.
Great, and I just want to thank you, Dorian, for putting this amazing event together, and all of the artists for all of your commitment to sharing your art with everybody. I want to thank everybody who works at the Arts Center. This has been a day that has been filled with all kinds of surprises, and it's been a little bit of a challenge, and we appreciate everybody who has worked together to bring this event to you. We especially want to thank our sponsor, Mubadala, and our media sponsors, the National Yalla, Al Bayan, Al Ittihad, and Harper's Art Book. We want to remind you, we will be at Dubai Expo all weekend long. The Tribal Beats Festival is going on. We helped to program that in the spirit of the Barsak Festival. So on Thursday night tomorrow, we've got Red Barat and NMR 808, who you've seen here at the Art Center, as well as our friends from Brazil, Bexiga 70. Jaysus Zain is going to be emceeing, Satwa 3000 or DJing. On Friday at 7 p.m. on the Jubilee stage, Snarky Puppy, the multiple Grammy-winning group, is playing. And then on Saturday, we'll be over at the Dubai Millennium stage with Sarah Halgan from Somaliland, Tufan Darinja, the incredible Kurdish wedding band musician, and Majaz from Bahrain. So we hope to see you at Expo. We look forward to seeing you next year. Have a great, great holiday. And once again, thank you to everybody here who's working behind the scenes and everybody who is on stage tonight for being a part of it. Have a great night.